Everyone is welcome to the Cinematic Pleasure YouTube channel. This is a movie that will keep you enthralled from the beginning. The name is The Girl Who Believes in Miracles, and it was released in 2021. The story runs for 1 hour and 40 minutes. Today brings a story of incredible miracles of a different kind. There is a little girl. Unexpectedly, this child gets an incredible power to bring the dead back to life. Today I am going to tell you the full story of this movie. I invite all of you to watch everything and listen till the end. Subscribe to my new movie review channel. Your comments and subscribe are very important. Please comment what you think about this channel. Please click the bell icon and select all. Let's see, this is that cute little girl. Her name is Sarah. She lives with her parents and brother at home. The brother's name is Danny. Sarah is someone who strongly believes in her religion. Sarah, who is very religious, really wanted to go to church and listen to the sermons of the pastors. So here it is shown that something said in a pastor's sermon can be done even if it is a miracle if the faith and belief is strong. Sarah takes these words to heart. After that, Danny's football game is the next thing to be seen. Danny's girlfriend is also watching this match with Sarah. She is Cindy. Anyway, Danny's team loses the match. After the match, Sarah's family and Cindy go to Grandpa's house. Spend the weekend. Grandpa's name is Sam. After staying at home, these three go to a nearby beautiful reservoir to catch fish. Sarah, Danny and Cindy. All three saw a small beautiful bird lying on the ground nearby. The bird is dead. Sarah said to the other two, "If you pray to it, the bird will come back to life, won't it?" Both say this bird is dead. No matter what we do, the bird will not come back to life. Danny and Cindy go fishing. Meanwhile, Sarah prays with the bird in her hand. Sarah prays even when they come back from fishing. Something amazing is happening. This bird is alive and flying. Although Danny and Cindy were surprised, they both thought the bird was not dead, but after a while the bird flew away. Sarah says she saw God in this reservoir. The other two have never seen anything like it. Everyone came home. This story is told by this little girl to her grandfather. But Sam pretends not to accept this story but takes it to heart. And then this story runs. This little girl calls her best friend and tells this story. His name is Mark. This boy named Mark can't walk because his spinal cord was injured in an accident. Mark does not accept this story at first, asking if you can give life back like that. Sarah says, "I swear on the Bible. I did it after praying." Mark agrees when he says that, because Sarah would never lie if she swore on the Bible. She is a pious person. Mother came when she was going to sleep. This little girl tells all. Sarah says, "God will take me to heaven." Only Mother listens to this story. But the mother is also surprised about the story of the bird. After the daughter falls asleep, the mother slowly goes to sleep with the father. Danny wakes his parents up a short time later and tells Sarah that she is sick. Parents call a family physician. His name is Dr. Ben. The doctor says fever and is vomiting. She should take a 3-day break, and after giving medicine she gets well soon. Dad came to the room while her daughter was sleeping. See if that daughter is okay. Sees a picture drawn by Sarah. In the picture, seeing God in the middle of the reservoir. The time took the day. Later, Sarah and Mark show walking. All her friends know the story of the birds. Because no one believes this kind of story in this way, they started a joke. Sarah's brother saw this event. Puts the kids bothering the sister. There is another event going on. Danny's friend and dog come here. His name is Brawner. Remember the football game?
I got this.
The game was lost within the first few minutes of the movie.
Soccer hero.
Brawner begins to joke about the defeat. Meanwhile, Brawner's dog was hit by a car. Sadly, the dog dies. Brawner is looking at it very sadly. Now no one remembers that Sarah exists, no one knows that Sarah has power. They laughed saying this story was a lie. So there is no trust. But Sarah comes to the dog and starts praying. Meanwhile, Sarah approaches the dog, kneels down and begins to pray. After a while, the dog comes back to life to everyone's surprise. No one can imagine that something like this happened. Everyone is surprised and looking here and there. Mark, who was looking at all this, asked, "Can you do something for me?" "Sarah, I like to walk and play a lot, just like others." Upon hearing those words, Sarah begins to pray for Mark. The next thing to be seen in the film is when Mark's family starts to worry. A pain shot down Mark's spine. Took to the doctor. Meanwhile, the people there see Mark's toes moving slowly. The doctor was surprised. Because according to Mark's illness, he cannot wiggle his toes. However, this boy slowly gets up and starts walking. Everyone was surprised that the patient, who had been told by the doctor that he would never be able to walk, recovered in this way. In front of everyone, Mark says, "Sarah prayed for me to walk, so I got well," as everyone watched the walk. So a media person who was there with the doctor is listening to this story. Her name is Dolores, wearing a purple dress. After that, news about this little girl was broadcasted on television. The news quickly went viral. Sarah has the ability to perform miracles. That news spread across the country. Mark's father and the pastor come to see Sarah. She now knows that Mark can walk and is fine. Sarah is very happy. Mark's father is also a doctor. Mark's father does not believe so. He said Sarah had a mental illness. The pastor overbelieves it. He says that Sarah has received some kind of gift from God, that she was able to do such a miracle. Next, Dad comes into the room to see Sarah. At that time, she colored a picture. Dad is watching very carefully. It is a little girl riding on a horse. Dad asked, "Who is she?" She told the girl who came to see me in her dream. There is a child like this. Her name is Teresa. Her family watches TV at home and Teresa's mother sees Sarah's miracle. Teresa's parents are ready to go to Sarah to cure their daughter's terminal cancer. The next morning there were many people in the garden. Parents who see this do not like this. Sarah is healing these people, so many people will come tomorrow. These two thought that it would really trouble Sarah. But Sarah walks out of here without asking any of this. Meanwhile, at night Sarah sees a little girl named Teresa who dreams and talks. Goes straight to her. Sarah begins to pray. After a while, Teresa recovered quickly. Teresa felt very happy. And there was a blind child. Sight was also received. Even a boy who cannot walk gets well. All such patients have been cured. As soon as Sarah climbed the stairs to enter the house very happily, she fell down in the yard. Parents took Sarah to the hospital. Mark's father is in this hospital. He says, "Let's do an MRI." Now Mom and Dad know that Sarah is getting this disease after curing other people's diseases. Because of Sarah's fame, the whole hospital is surrounded by news channels. Now she is nicknamed Modern Day Miracle. Now she is hospitalized. Sarah's mother goes to see Sam. Tell this story. Sam looks very sad. At that time, Sam remembers that Sarah got this power from here. He goes to the reservoir and says, "God, don't do this to my innocent daughter Sarah. Save her." Meanwhile, we got to know a very sad story. Sarah has a tumor in her head, which we cannot heal. That she will die soon. When everyone at home is crying, Sarah comes and says, "Mom, it is trying to take me to God. Oh Mother, if possible, take me to that reservoir. Then I will ask God to stay with you for another 4 to 5 years." As soon as he said that story, he fell ill again. Later transferred to another hospital. Meanwhile, Danny goes to Sam's house. Almost everyone has come to that house. Those cured by Sarah. Among these, Teresa says, "When I was healed, I saw a strange kind of light from Sarah. It was from God. We are alive because of Sarah. Everyone said that we will do anything for it." This time Sam and Pastor have a plan. Anyway, bring Sarah to the lake. Sam says that he thinks that if he goes there, Sarah can get a better life because everything started there, and everyone liked it. Danny wonders how to get his sister. She is in the hospital. Together with Teresa, they put on false hair and keep Teresa in the hospital. Bring Sarah secretly. As soon as they come out, miraculously a rainstorm starts. Nothing can be done because of the news reporters. The person sees this. When the parents go to the hospital to see Sarah, the mothers find out that Teresa is there. When Danny took Sarah like this, he had to face a big problem. A tree has fallen on the road due to heavy rain. Can't go now. At this point Brawner arrives. Remember Brawner? Brought that dog back too. He knows the shortcut to the reservoir. So they pick up Sarah and go through the woods. A wolf is coming. Just when he thought that there would be trouble, Brawner's dog started barking at the wolf and chased it away. Anyway, Sarah was taken to the relevant place through the barriers, and Sarah's parents arrived at that moment. Along with that, news reporters and police also come. Anyway, Sarah was taken to the relevant place through the barriers, and Sarah's parents arrived at that moment. Along with that, news reporters and police also come. At the same time, a big light fell from the side of the reservoir not far from Sarah's body. Sarah's soul rose from her body and went to God in the middle of the reservoir. Everything happened. Everyone took Sarah's body and went home to pay their last respects. But that family is very sad. The family sees the picture drawn by Sarah. It shows Sarah holding God's hand. Everyone knew that Sarah already knew this. Another picture appears. It shows Sarah returning from heaven to earth. After seeing, there is a great belief that Sarah will return. It also happened as a miracle. People start praying. And soon Sarah comes back to life. Sarah says that, God sent me to take care of my family and God is not only looking after me but also you. The only thing you have to do is believe. The girl who believes in miracles in 2021, that is where this story ends. Kindly request to subscribe to my new movie review channel. Your comments and subscribe are very important. Please click the bell icon and select all.